forward to this.
What's up everyone, how's it going? Today we recently just got the new community transmission for Obi Wan Kenobi, and it talks about everything that he'll have in the game. So let's just jump right into it. It starts off with saying, with Obi Wan Kenobi being present throughout the Star Wars saga, we've had no shortage of inspiration to draw from. So it goes on to talk about how defensive he was and just a couple other things, but let's just go to the main stuff, and it's this new picture that we got from him. And this is the first fully rendered out footage that we've seen of him, and it looks pretty awesome. A lot of people have been complaining saying his face is a little bit off, but I think it looks fine. I mean, they couldn't get Ewan McGregor to scan his face like they did for I think a couple other heroes, so it's going to look a little off, but I think for the most part it looks pretty awesome. Obviously, as you can see, this is his standard skin from Revenge of the Sith, and I think it's called Jedi Master. It's just a standard appearance that comes when you buy him, and he will cost 35,000 credits. So let's go on to the abilities that they talk about, and the first thing it talks about is his lightsaber. It says, the traditional weapon of a Jedi Knight. It will provide strong attacks, and Obi-Wan will have the ability to deflect both lightsabers and blasters more effectively than any other Jedi due to his increased stamina pool. So that's pretty cool. I'm wondering if he'll be like Luke with that 1-star card where he's able to deflect things a lot more accurately. I guess we'll just have to find out on Wednesday when he releases. So his first ability is called All Out Push, and it says, Obi-Wan will unleash a powerful force blast in an area directly in front of him, damaging and sending his opponents tumbling backwards. It says this ability can be adapted based on the situation you find yourself in. Hold down the button to increase both the range and width of this ability. So I'm really excited for this ability. This is probably the favorite one out of all the three. Basically you just hold it down and the range increases, and I'm wondering if it's just the range of how far the push can throw them or the range of what targets would be in the area. I'm not too sure. So let's go on to the next ability, and it is called Restrictive Mind Trick, and its description says, when used, all opponent abilities in front of Obi-Wan will be disruptive. During this time, no abilities will be available. This also includes dodges. This one is really cool. I know a lot of people were hoping he had a Mind Trick ability, but they were really worried that it would be the same thing as Rey's, and I'm surprised that they were able to get something different. So all three of these abilities actually are really different than the other ones. So finally we're going to be going over his last ability, and it is titled Defensive Rush, and it says Obi-Wan will rush forward swinging his lightsaber, deflecting any attacks and damaging enemies in front of him. And just like all the other abilities, this one sounds pretty cool. I'm wondering whether it's going to be like Rey's dash where she's just running forward knocking people over, or if it's going to be more like Luke's where it's just one huge rush and one animation. I'm not really too sure, so again we'll find out on Wednesday. And those are all three of his abilities. These were leaked a while back, but it's good to have them confirmed, and I'm really happy for these. I wasn't sure on what they were going to do for Obi-Wan because he's kind of a mix between Rey and Luke in terms of how they play and what their abilities could have been, so I'm happy to see that they are different from the other ones. So let's go on to the next part, which is all about his star cards. And the first one is titled Jedi Resilience, and it says that Obi-Wan has increased maximum health regeneration. Now speaking of health, we don't know how much health he'll have. The only thing that we can think of is from an old picture a while back he did have 700 health, but that's not confirmed, so it kind of sucks that we don't know. So the next star card is called Jedi General. It says whenever Obi-Wan defeats an enemy trooper he regains 20 health, and whenever he defeats an enemy hero, he regains even more. Every hero has this star card, so I'm glad to see that he's got it too. The next one is called Perfect Defense. It says blocking lightsaber and blaster attacks will drain less stamina. The next one is called Give It All, and it says All Out Push has a longer range, but its damage is reduced. I think I'm definitely going to be using this one, as well as the Jedi General one where he gains health. And so the next one is called Quickened Force, and it says the charge up time for All Out Push is slightly shorter, so if you want to use this one and give it all, you can have a really good force push ability. So let's go on to the next one. It's titled Think It Over, and it says enemies are affected by restrictive mind for a longer time, so obviously the mind trick ability will last longer. And the next one is called More Doubts, and it says restrictive mind trick has a longer range, so you can use those two and have a really good mind trick ability. The next one is titled Forward, and it says defensive rush lightsaber hits deal more damage. And then the next one is called Critical Deflection. It says blaster shots deflected by defensive rush do more damage, so those two you can use for a good force rush. Okay, so let's go over his voice lines, and it said, I'll just read through them. It says, let the negotiations begin. You want to go home and rethink your life. I'm surprised they added this one in. This one's going to be one of my favorites. The next one is, you haven't exactly impressed me today. Then, oh my. And here I thought Master Yoda was sending me somewhere relaxing. The next one is, I understand you've had some troubles recently. Then, hello there. I know a lot of people wanted that one. So uncivilized. And then, why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me? I bet he'll say this to Anakin, and then when I cut you in half, I should have aimed for the neck instead. He'll obviously say this to Darth Maul, which is a pretty funny one. Then the strongest defense is a swift and decisive offense. Then like bathing in a bath of venom mites. I think that's from the Clone Wars show, I'm not too sure. And then we have, I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves, and then let's avoid any of General Skywalker's techniques, shall we? The next one is, evil will always find a master, won't it? And then Trandoshans, always so touchy. The next one is, I will do what needs to be done. And the final one he lists is, there is no death, there is the Force. So the victory poses we did get leaked a while back, so I'll go through them again. It's shall we duel, fighting stance, soldiers with me, and contemplating. So these are pretty cool ones, and then let's go over his emotes, and these are the best part. The first one is hello there, that's going to be spammed throughout every single game if Obi-Wan's playing. The next one is only a Sith deals in absolutes. Then the strongest defense is swift and decisive offense. Now some_info did leak a video of him saying this, so I'll play it right now.
The strongest defense is a swift and decisive offense.
Okay, so the next one is your move, and then he goes over all the milestones. I'm not going to go over those because I don't see the point. You can read them if you want. I'll leave the description for this transmission in the description below. And so he actually goes over his other appearance, and it shows Obi-Wan with his Jedi robe on, and this looks pretty cool. At first, when he announced that this was going to be a second skin, I wasn't too happy for it. I mean, it was fine, I just probably wouldn't use it a bunch, but after seeing the picture, it looks pretty well made, so I might actually use this one quite a bit. And then he tells us that this appearance will cost 40,000 credits, or 1,000 crystals if you want, and like I said before, Obi-Wan will cost 35,000 credits, and you cannot buy him with crystals. So then, in this transmission, he talks about the 212th Attack Battalion, which are coming with this update. I'm not going to read that, because this is all about Obi-Wan, but I am very excited for that Clone Legion to come. So overall, I'm really happy for Obi Wan Kenobi. I can't wait. Again, he comes out the 28th, which is next Wednesday. I'm going to be doing as many videos as I can going over him, so subscribe if you want to see those. Sorry if I sound a bit muggy. This transmission came out literally like right when I woke up, so I'm just kind of tired, but that's alright. So yeah, that is everything about Obi Wan Kenobi. That is confirmed from Ben Walk, and I'll put the pictures up on the screen one more time, and let me know what you guys think about him. I think they look pretty awesome, and I'm very happy for this. I cannot wait for Wednesday when he does come out, so I hope you all liked the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one.